before the revolution. Some memories from before 1989. They're, alas, all over the place, so let's put another warning here. You should, if you like those friends of mine, you should look at them. They are the show. This is just some background noise. What I'm doing here, taking advantage. One of our stars has decided to leave the stage, alas. So there you have it. The show must stop or go on. So I was saying that Father Puyu is an extraordinary character. I wish I had some more of his ways, but I think I've got more material, genetic material from mother. In one respect, that could help. Father died when he was just 49, and his father before him was also in his 40s when he died. So on this side, life expectancy doesn't have a good record. My mother died when she was 82 or 83, so you have that. But what I'm saying is I like his lack, his entrepreneurship, albeit for quite some years after the revolution I tried, not really a struggle, but went into what is today called the hospitality business, and it worked. It worked up to the point where the money made plus tendency to be close, with my closeness I have. I'm reading Kingsley Amis and his memoirs. This will be 15th book of this author I admire so much, I enjoy so much. And he talks of Philip Larkin and his closeness with my talking about bills. At one point, there's a party or so, and Larkin is talking to his son Martin. It's a unique case in the world. You have father and son writers, not just writers, but some of the best writers in the world. And after seeing them conversating, I was thinking maybe they talk art and poetry. And what were you talking about? He's asking his son Martin Amis, Kingsley, asking. Bills. The electricity bill comes, and then the gas bill. And, oh my God! Then what else? Water bill. Just making up. True electricity bill will be these months of winter, and then the next will be atrocious. I was reading The Economist, which maybe I should put aside for a while, because the rest are just depressing news. And watching the news, psychology studies have discovered counts, and it can be distressing affair, because you see so much. These days, it's talk of nuclear war. Putin annexed nearly a quarter of the Ukraine, and now fake referendum, and now he says that's Russian territory and will defend Russian territory with all means. We have nuclear threat clearly made a few times. So maybe we say goodbye to the planet. And maybe this is in good time, because this may be with a few things which remain for aliens to study. Pieces of the history of a dying species. Um, but let's get back. So, things, news, bad things, electricity bills. Termina. Anyway, I started with saying my father was an entrepreneur. I don't have that, although working in a hospitality business, then with AT&T for someone, AT&T, which has done a hatchet job in some ways, I'd say. And then I went on with the closeness, and this is where Kingsley is with that paraphrase, not quote, came in. AT&T would hire me in 92, 3 or so, but only as a part-time employee, not employee, contractor, just like Uber and others, to avoid paying anything else, social security, pension, nothing. And to get as much as possible, they pay 250, but they would expect me to work as if I was paid 25K, 25,000. Clothes, suit, tie, shoes, and so on, perfume, deodorant, toothpaste to use when going for cocktails at the Amcham, and all sorts of things. They gave me Bulgaria too. By the time I had Romania and Bulgaria on the calling card side, they would pay 400, and it's true. To mention the advantages, it was a time when people would pay very little. I think 400 might be maybe a bit more than the minimum wage today. So there you go. But it's a multinational. We'll get to that. I'm jumping ahead into after the 99 revolution. So let's go back a little. Stories of the early age. I mentioned father. When he was a child, he would try and make some money because they were, if not destitute, I'd say quite poor. If he had to do this, he would go into the park, which is in the middle of the city, 1% of Central Park in New York, I guess, because it's small. 2, that's Herrestrow, which is much bigger. We only had a store at the Yamina School, the national poet. Termina, Spring, is Volyamina School. And people would have to go down almost on their knees because it's very low to drink some water, or step higher but then get some water into their shoes. Something it's not very comfortable to get there. So he would go with some cup and get some water and offer to people who wanted water, and you would get some money for that. That was one of his friends. And then he had some ideas to avoid Termina, some of the most vicious harms of the age. For instance, the army, as my cousin, best friend for a while, Adrian, saying, is a place for the fools. APV, armata po viață. They promoted not for being smart or doing anything, but for just being obedient or stupid, in fact. So in the army, in order to try and avoid the vicious tasks that were used under Ceausescu, well, surely, even in the days when my father was younger, which would be a time when Ceausescu was not yet there at the top. For hard work in the fields, in agriculture, to dig up canals and things. So in order to avoid some of this unworthy activity, hard and not paid. I'm talking conscript. He was not in the army as a volunteer or he joined the army paid enlisted man. And so he would say at one point, when they were asked, does anybody know how to operate the projector for the films for the men, for the conscripts? And he raised his hand, but he was technical, but he didn't know. So he put the film upside down. And then to end with, when some medical unit, some medical research was around, the doctor, he offered for operation which would, he had some, his ears were a bit bigger than normal, which is maybe here too. And so he offered for this operation which would bring the ears closer to his head, something like that. So I think he had some scars from that. Yeah. Well, he was a very nice fellow, nicer than my mother, I would say, on the whole.